Hi, you're welcome to GMath class. Let's solve this problem on the bearings and distances. Now, three shapes are situated as follows. A is 225 km due north of C and B is 375 km due east of C. What is the bearing of B from A and of A from B? Now, the first thing is to understand the equation very well before you start drawing. Now, look at it. A is 225 km due north of C. If I don't know C, I cannot know the position of A. So that means C determines the position of A. So the first thing to locate is position C, because A will be at the north of C, right? So this is point C. Let's move it back here, point C. Now, A is north of C, north of C, and north of C. So this point A. Point A is here, and the distance 225 kilometers. Alright, so now let's read on. And B is 375 kilometers due east of C. Due east of C. So C also determines the position of B. B is 375 kilometers due east of C. So this is the east of C. So now due east of C. So you make this line longer than this, because the distance is bigger than this. So this is 375 kilometers. Okay, so and this is right angle. This is position B. So you can join the 2 points together. And let's join it together. So when you join together, you have this. Okay, so that is the question. Now, you are now asked to find the bearing of B from A. Bearing of B from A. So, bearing start from the North Pole and you read it down clockwise. So, this is the bearing of, the angle here is the bearing of B from A. But now to get this angle now, we know that from the North Pole to the South, that's 180. So we just need to get this angle here and we subtract it from 180. That is going to give us the bearing of this B from A. Okay, so let's do that. So let's get this. Now using our trigonometrical ratio, this is opposite, this is adjacent. So we have tan theta equals to opposite 375 over the adjacent 225. Okay, theta will be arctan of, so you divide this, you can make use of your calculator. So I think that should give you 1.667. okay, so and then you find arctan of 1.667. So when you do that, you're going to have theta is going to be approximately 59 degrees. Okay, so that's what we have. So the angle here is 59 degrees. So now the bearing of B from A will now be 180 minus 59. So when you subtract that, we're going to be having 120 21 degrees. That's going to be the bearing of this B from A. Alright, that's the first part of the question. Now let's look at the second part. But before we do that, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please try and subscribe, share this video with your friends, and also drop a comment. Alright, now the second part of the question, you have to find the bearing of A from B. Bearing of A from B. So bearing of this A from B. So start from the North Pole of B. Start the reading until you get to the line that is connecting the 2 points together. So covered down to the east, you must have covered 90. Down here 180. Down here 270. So you need to add this small angle. So let us determine this angle here. So from North Pole down to this place is 270 degrees. 90 plus 90 plus 90, that's 270 degrees. So let's get this. Now these angles are complementary. That is, the addition gives 90 degrees. So we have this, which is 59 plus alpha equals to 90 degrees. So alpha is 90 degrees minus 59. So alpha is going to give you 31 degrees. Okay, so now the bearing, therefore the bearing of A from B now will now be 270 degrees plus 31 degrees, and that gives you 301 degrees. So that is the bearing of A from B. So I want you to try this problem. The bearing of A from B is 64 degrees. What is the bearing of B from A? The bearing of A from B is 64 degrees. What is the bearing of B from A? Try this question and let me help you answer